Welcome back, students. I'm going to go over Unit Lesson 3, Persuasion. This is where you're going to, your major assignment is the persuasive speech assignment. For this unit, you only are responsible for one chapter, which is chapter 17. Please make sure that you have read that chapter before you begin your persuasive speech assignment. I have here your checklist and the to-do list. And I also went ahead and included the same document that I had included in the previous unit, online speech delivery do's and don'ts. And I've included the same video on how your setup should look like as you record your persuasive speech video. So let's go ahead and click on next. This is where you will find your student notes for Unit Lesson 3. Like I said, there's only one chapter. This is your student notes, chapter 17, and this is the PowerPoint. I've also included the online speech delivery do's and don'ts. I've included a video here by Dr. Lyon, who does an excellent job of explaining the Monroe's motivated sequence pattern. The Monroe's motivated sequence pattern is a 5-step, and that is the pattern that you will be using for your outline, for your persuasive speech outline. I've included a PowerPoint presentation about the Monroe's motivated sequence pattern, so after you view this video, if you want to go ahead and hear more about the pattern, you can do so by clicking on this PowerPoint. And I also included a student PowerPoint example of a persuasive speech. So let's go ahead and click on next. You do have a discussion board for this unit. You have a quiz, and like I said, the quiz is only one chapter, and that is chapter 17. Now we're in the persuasive speech assignment. Please make sure that you have read chapter 17 before you begin your persuasive speech assignment. Persuasion speech is to influence change in attitude, belief, or to reinforce. You want to persuade the audience to take a favorable action, create an awareness, show the importance of a problem or issue, convey information, and most importantly, promote a behavioral change. You want to educate your audience about the size and seriousness of a problem and convince them that they can and should make a difference. Please avoid these topics. Abortion, death penalty, and religion are off the table. I went ahead and included Dr. Lyon's Monroe's motivated sequence pattern here video. Please make sure that you view this video. So just like the previous speech in Unit Lesson 2, you are to construct an outline of your speech first. Use the Monroe's motivated sequence pattern outline template located in the outline assignment, and I will go over that after this persuasive speech assignment. Note that an outline is not a manuscript of the speech itself, but a skeleton of the ideas and materials that will be presented. Note that the final draft of your outline must include a type works cited section with all sources cited correctly in APA format. I've also included an APA cite generator. You must use at least 3 sources. You could use more than that, but at least 3 sources. Do not put off your outline until the last minute. Remember, this should be done early before you start practicing your speech. So with the outline complete, transfer key ideas and phrases to note cards. Yes, you can use note cards. Just include keywords, key ideas, and phrases, not the whole speech. You're also required to create a PowerPoint presentation just like you did in your previous speech with at least 5 to 7 slides. Once your outline is complete, set aside time to actively practice your speech. You should practice your speech at least 5 to 7 times. For each practice session, spend about 20 to 30 minutes for each practice session. This will help you deliver your speech conversationally and help you know your topic well. Again, you could use note cards. Do not read your speech. Practice the speech until you feel fully confident of how it will be presented. Dress attire should be business casual, as this provides a positive experience to your presentation. I've included the online speech delivery do's and don'ts in this unit. All students are expected to incorporate an extemporaneous type of delivery. You should know that already because you've done it for your previous speech. And so make sure you practice. Any speech that is read in its entirety will receive no higher than a 70%, and that is if all the elements below are followed. If you've read chapter 17, then you would know that ethos, pathos, and logos are to be incorporated in your persuasive speech. These are the 5 steps of the Monroe's motivated sequence pattern. The first step is the attention. The second is the need problem. The third is the satisfaction solution. The fourth is the visualization. And the last step, which is the 5th, call to action. If you view this video, Dr. Lyon goes over in detail each step of the Monroe's motivated sequence pattern. Speech time frame and references is 4 to 6 minutes. Do not speak less than 4 minutes and do not speak no more than 6 minutes. Please remember that you must cite your sources APA format. If you scroll down, you'll see the rubric. This is what you're going to be evaluated on, and you will submit your informative speech video on this assignment link. So let's go ahead and click on next. Okay, it's taking a little while. Okay, there it goes. So this is a persuasive outline. I went ahead and included the APA site generator here so you could be reminded that you must cite your sources on the outline. These are the attachment. This is the outline template that you are required to use. Do not use any other format. And this is a student example of the Monroe's motivated sequence outline. This is the rubric to follow for your outline. Now let's go ahead. When I click on the outline template, this is what it'll look like. Let's see here. I think, hold on for a sec. This is what it looks like, your outline template. It is a Word document, so you can type in your information just like your previous outline that you did for your informative speech. Again, just type in your name here, the topic. Just going to go ahead and type in any topic here. I don't want it boldface. So please make sure that you leave this and you just and type in your information. General purpose for the general purpose for persuasive speech is just 2 words: to persuade. That's it, just 2 words. The specific purpose, remember here, after listening to my speech, and then you're going to go ahead and what's the goal of your speech, and make sure it's not boldface. I don't want it boldface. And your thesis statement. Your thesis statement is the central message of what you're going to be talking about. So make sure that your thesis statement is not a question. It should be in a complete sentence and letting the audience know what's your central message. The attention getter. This is where you grab your audience attention that is related to your topic. Again, you could begin with a quote, a rhetorical question, a stat, or a personal story related to the topic, and you will type it out here. So you will remove my instructions and you will type out your information here. Remember, this should be a full sentence outline, detailed, and I will show you an example of a student who did an excellent job and wrote in detail all the information of each step of the Monroe's motivated sequence pattern. So again, you will delete my instructions and include your information for each step. And you will, once you have completed the 5 steps, make sure that you include a works cited. So work cited down here in APA format. And I will show you the example that of a student example. Let me go ahead and do this. Now this is an example of the Monroe's motivated sequence pattern. The student did an excellent job on this outline. They included their topic, general purpose to persuade, their specific purpose, and the thesis statement included the 3 problems that the student talked about during their presentation. So they did their persuasive speech. Their topic was nature-friendly alternatives to fast fashion. So in their thesis statement, the earth is endangered by fast fashion through land, air, and water pollution. But together we can save the planet by adopting nature-friendly alternatives. So these right here, 1, 2, 3, these were the problems that the student discussed. So first, they had an attention getter. As you can see, the attention getter is fully detailed, not 1 sentences or 2. You need to grab the audience attention, so you need to give them enough information. And then right here on step 2, the student discussed the problems of fast fashion. So if you look at the thesis statement, land, this is the first problem. Air pollution, they discussed it right here. And water pollution, they discussed it right here. So they have it in their thesis statement, and they fully conveyed the problem to the audience. If you don't convey the problem to the audience, the seriousness of the problem, then when you get to the solution, the audience is not going to be willing to adopt your solution because you haven't conveyed the seriousness of the problem. So make sure that you fully detail the problem, the severity, so that the audience can be willing to adopt your solution. So this is the solution that they gave. Alternatives to fast fashion. They, in detail, wrote about it. That's what it should look like. And then the visualization step. This is where you convey to your audience, imagining if they adopt your solution, the positive benefits they will gain. And if they do not adopt your solution, the negative consequences that's going to happen. And then in the action step, this is your last opportunity you have with your audience. So make it count. Be specific. Leave them with a simple task they can do to begin that change. And this is the works cited. So this is how it should look like, your outline. Remember to use this outline template. And remember, this is a Word document. It's on Microsoft Word. You could always click on Office 365 to get that program for free because you're a student of TCC. So this is what I'm looking at, the criteria for your outline. And next, Persuasive Speech PowerPoint. This is where you're going to upload your PowerPoint here. Remember, it's 5 to 7 slides. Look at the criteria. And I do have an example of a persuasive speech PowerPoint. It's in the student notes resources, and I'll go ahead later on and upload it here so that you can not have to go back and forth viewing the example. So that is your persuasive speech assignment. I look forward to your persuasive speech presentation. Thank you.